Greetings, beloved beings of light. Happy 12/12 Gateway, Stargate Portal. Today we have a powerful day. I wanted to create a special video for all of you, for our good people of the new earth, for this very special day, the 12/12. We have our kitty here rubbing on the screen here. She's going to get right in the camera. The cutest. Little kitty, being too cute as usual. So good news, brothers and sisters of the light. My sacred condor repaired my most powerful sacred mala here. Some of you that follow the channel saw a couple months ago when I was in a sacred portal filming for a Patreon transmission teaching. My mala beads snapped. And they went all over the earth, and you could see we found these very nice red wood beads from China online. And my sacred condor with powerful silk, strong silk, fixed this very special mala. Now the malas are prayer beads. There's 108 beads on here. So this mala, when I first met my sacred condor through the internet, every day for several months before we touched wings, I couldn't take this mala off. This is a very sacred, very special. I've used this many prayers over the years, so this was keeping me anchored in this timeline that we're currently in, so that I could get to my sacred condor through many timelines, many portals. You see, the Gold Dragon Nation helped me open these sacred portals, beginning in 2011 in Portland, and 2012 in the sacred portal of Mount Shasta, and then 2013 we were in Sedona, the Gold Dragon Nation. My Sifu, one of my Sifu's gurus, Ching Feng Dao Shi, means pure wind, man of the Tao, who now goes by Mujin Roshi. You see, Roshi is of Zen Buddhism, meaning a Zen master, Zen teacher. So we have these sacred malas where we do mantras. Mantras are prayers through the Hindu and Buddhist lineages and Taoist lineages. You see, there's 108 beads here. So if you don't have a mantra, you can use the one that I start off each transmission, which is one of the most popular mantras in Tibetan Buddhism, Om Mani Padme Hum. And you see one bead for each chant. Say Om Mani Padme Hum, and then go to the next bead, Om Mani Padme Hum, until you 108 times. Is one cycle. You can do multiple cycles. This could be part of your spiritual practice to help through this great awakening that we're going through, this great shift of the ages. Now, if you get mala beads, you want natural substances, such as these are wood, ebony, this might be bone here, I'm not sure, the white, but you want natural. It could be either wood, it could be seeds from, like, say, the Bodhi tree, or it could be stone, any kind of stone, crystal, or amethyst, whatever your favorite stone, lapis lazuli. These come in many forms online. So it's just part of our spiritual practice of our awakening. Part of it is chanting. We might chant a sutra. Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, the Heart Sutra, clearly saw that the 5 skandhas are empty. It might be a holy mantra from another tradition. Whatever resonates with you, use it. It's just another tool. You see, we don't need these tools. They just help enhance our power, our energy, our awareness, bring our awareness into this now mindfulness. You see, for the way to freedom is the way in. The Tao is the way. It's just a Chinese word for the way. The way where? The way in. The way into the kingdom of heaven within. And this is the path of freedom, the path with heart, that all of you are following, that come to this channel for the daily transmissions and other teachings and Dharma talks. You see, Dharma is truth. The Buddha, Shakyamuni, turned the wheel of Dharma to free humanity from samsara. Samsara is the wheel of suffering, or the wheel of karma, the wheel of birth and death. So the way is through meditation. Our practice, our arts, meditative arts. We have many different kinds of arts. We say Gong Fu, that which takes great effort to master. The Fus are the arts. It could be the art of tea, painting, drawing, our spiritual arts, our martial arts, our physical arts, our metaphysical, you see. I trained with many masters over the years. Since I was 17, we're merging here, the East and the West together to create this new form, this new earth, awareness, this new earth, knowledge. You see, we use knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the way to seek enlightenment. And our practice, our meditations, our mindfulness arts, our mindful practice brings us into this now moment, into the physical vessel. We use our breath, the holy breath, to cultivate qi, to stimulate qi, and we store qi, which is energy, in our lower dantian. So today, through this powerful 12-12 portal, and tomorrow, Friday the 13th, divine feminine energy coming in fully. The goddess has risen to join divine masculine. The eagle flies with the condor in perfect harmony, perfect balance. The greatest story ever told. So on the way here from Cleveland to the Pacific Northwest to be with my condor, I went through many obstacles, many challenges, and also many portals. So I'm going to do a little talk here, try to get this out to you as soon as possible here on today, this 12/12. I'm filming it this afternoon, and then I'll edit it and get it to you. I'm going to give you a little talk, and then I'm also going to include in this video, after this talk, my Sacred Condor's latest guided meditation on from Patreon for this 12/12 portal. So we'll include this at the end, so stick around after this talk to a beautiful guided meditation with her sacred divine goddess voice and some beautiful music in the background to get you into the stillness, into the quiet. You see, in these powerful portals, such as today, the 12/12 up into the 12/21, the solstice, these powerful portals are like a great opening. The veils are thinner, the veils in between realms are lifting. That's why many of you are seeing online many video footage of starships, we might say extraterrestrials, angelic beings, whatever you want to call these higher dimensional beings. You see, extraterrestrial simply means that which is greater than, or that which is beyond, or that which is elevated from the earth. So you see, terrestrial is the earth, the 3D realm. So you could call an angel extraterrestrial. You could call an ascended master an extraterrestrial. See, the ancients called these beings many things, depending on their culture and their belief systems and their language, their languages. See, that's why linguistics is important to understand this realm, this great awakening. And etymology, my Sacred Condor and I study greatly over these years to understand this world we live in, and also this convoluted universe. You see, we're all putting pieces of this puzzle together, coming from our own perspective, our own perception, and with our divine intent, we're holding the visions of our new heaven upon the new earth. So on this journey to my Sacred Condor, I went through many powerful portals, through the crystal caves and crystal areas of Arkansas, and into the Southwest, through Texas, into New Mexico, into Arizona, Sedona, into Death Valley. You see, Mama Bear, my Sacred Condor's mother, had a vision before I left Cleveland that I may not make it, that I may die in the desert. She saw my hair catching on fire. It was very interesting. When I was in Death Valley on the way, I went to this place called Dante's Peak, the Great Inferno, which, no, going by that name, I should have been a little more cautious. But I was close to death at one point. I went up into Dante's Peak, and vertigo kicked in very heavily. I was spinning in this place. I could barely see straight, and I had to drive down this road that was very sketchy, we might say, with a big drop off, so I had to be very careful and use all my chi, all my awareness to stay in my body. But those that followed that journey from Cleveland to the Pacific Northwest saw that there were two very sacred moments, very divine moments on my way, where the Great Spirit brought to me two herds of wild Mustang. And one, the first day, when I ran up to this wild herd of horses, the thunder beings, the thunder horse, one very magnificent being, a feminine horse, came right up to me and let me touch her. She had a white triangle on her forehead that she let me touch. And as I was walking back to my car, a gentleman pulled up and he saw what happened. He said, "This is pretty crazy." He said, "I've driven down this road. It's the main road that leads you in and out of Death Valley." He said, "I've driven down this road every day for 2 years. I've never seen a horse. I've never seen a wild horse." I said, "Yeah, isn't that interesting?" See, when we're in tune with Gaia, when we're on a mission of higher purpose, these very spiritual, sacred things happen. And then the next day, as I drove down the same road, opposite side, another herd of wild horses, and I ran up to them, walked up to them, and the queen of this herd, she came right up to me, and she was a white horse with black speckles, black spots. And she came up to me, and we connected mind to mind, and she gave me the option to be free, to leave this realm, to be done with my mission. And I prayed to her and I said, "I just need to get to my sacred condor, thank you for giving me this opportunity, for Rainbow Body to leave this realm fully conscious, fully awake, fully aware. Great Spirit sent this great being, this deity." And in the back, we were surrounded by dark horses, black horses, and brown horses that were protecting the queen of this tribe, of this herd of Mustangs. So she let me pass, and Great Spirit guided me up through the desert and into Mount Shasta. So I'm going to tell you a couple stories here, but let us begin. Let us continue. For you come to this channel for wisdom, for knowledge that I transmit to you, some mind to mind, heart to heart, and then using words, using language, using sound frequency and vibration. You see, as most of you understand at this point, you've been lied to about most things, about many things. Not that everything in this realm is a lie. That would be very pessimistic of me. But there's lies within that which is true, and true within lies. So we're here to transmit truth through knowledge, through gnosis. You see, and the truth is that you are an infinite multidimensional being. You see, the lies were created to keep you feeling small, to keep you in fear. You see, this is part of the fear programming, these trauma programs, these programs of suffering, to keep humanity trapped in these time loops. See, these nefarious entities, beings that keep perpetrating these lies to make you feel small, to make you feel insignificant, disempowered. You see, we are here, my sacred Condor and I came into this realm to assist Gaia and all humanity in this great awakening and to empower our people, to encourage our people to live from their heart, live their passion. You see, we transmit much knowledge, many teachings, and many of you are watchers. Many of you are the witness, the star seeds that came to witness, to put your love, energy, and light into this great mission of full planetary liberation. You see, we are here to liberate Gaia, to liberate humanity from these control mechanisms, from these control systems. You see, and we're working with the Earth Alliance, with the Galactics, with the Ascended Masters. We're all in this together, you see. For this is a collective mission. We have our individual practices, our individual missions, but together we are in this through unity consciousness to awaken all of humanity. And you see, many are experiencing this timeline split. These timeline energies through today, this 12-12 portal, we're really feeling this 0 point, this still energy. Right now I feel totally in between worlds, as we're navigating and holding the frequencies of the new earth with the old earth. You see, we're raising. We're here not to annihilate the matrix, but we're here to transform the matrix. This is what the masters taught me over the years. Through many lineages, through the Buddhist, the Zen Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhism, through the Taoist, the Hindu, many of the East, and through our Native American people. I was taken to the Navajo as a child by a friend and his parents to the reservation in Arizona, to the Navajo, and we danced together to free my spirit, to help free myself from many years of torture and trauma and hellish state. See, I went to many shamans over the years. I went to the Ojibwe, to the Lakota Sioux, to Cherokee. I walked the medicine way with our people, with our native people, and the West merged with the East. You see, the dragons of the East came to help us. They came to me, the Zen masters, Sensei Ogoi, Koshin Ogoi, Kango Roshi. Kango means diamond in Japanese. Kango and Daido Roshi of Zen Mountain Monastery. And Edo Roshi, Edo. And Bankei from the higher realms came to me when I was younger to transmit the knowledge of the unborn mind of Buddha. You see, the mind of Buddha, which is the awakened one, there is one consciousness experiencing itself in infinite dimensions, infinite realities, and infinite individual consciousness. Isn't that very interesting if you really contemplate how this creator source, God consciousness, the Christos consciousness, you see, Christ is merely a label of the love of God, of the love of Source, of the love of Buddha, the love of the Tao, whatever name you want to give to Creator. The Christ consciousness, we say the return. See, this ascension is the return of the Christos, which is the love that is in your heart, this eternal, infinite, unborn. You see, we say unborn because it was never born, it always existed. See, the mind of Buddha. All beings were born perfectly awakened Buddhas. You see, you just simply realize this. The self-realization is to free the mind from these programs, from what we call the matrix or the lower density, or Maya. And Buddhism, Maya is the illusion, the simulation of separation, which then became part of our internal map of reality, or part of our paradigm, being a separate, alone being. You see, it's all one, so in essence, there is only one, but the one split, separated, fragmented into infinite fractals of consciousness, so that each individual appeared, seemed like a separate thing. But there is this separation existing with the oneness, and then beyond the duality is what we call Wakantanka, or the great mystery. This is our true nature, our true state of being, our pure awareness, which we are realizing now. You say it is in this self-realization that we awaken. This is what the masters call enlightenment. Enlightenment is pure awareness here now in this body where I always am. It's nothing greater than or less than. It's simply a path to source or your true self or sacred self. So we're experiencing many things through this great shift. Thank you all for joining us on this great journey. Thank you all for your support. We couldn't be doing this work without you. You helped us greatly. Many helped me along the way. We had the medicine bear woman. I'll bring out grandmother medicine bear here in a little bit. Helped me greatly to navigate to my queen, my sacred condor. We had Shri and Kara in Ecuador help anchor in that eagle and condor energy, and they transmitted some gnosis to myself and our tribe. The gold dragons, I couldn't be here now without the transmission from the gold dragon, Mujin Roshi, and his divine counterpart, Diana Dao Shu. Dao Shu, you see, the woman, the feminine of the Tao. You see, there's a concept, great book written by a great genius, Leo Russell. That was Walter Russell's wife. You see, when she married Walter and Leo were divine union, and they were Christians, but she named herself after the great sage. She changed her name. I believe her birth name was Catherine or something like that. She was born in the UK, I believe in Great Britain, and then moved to the West and married the great Dr. Walter Russell, and she changed her name to Leo after the great sage, the Taoist sage, Lao Tzu. She wrote a book, Love, and then another book, God Will Work With You, But Not For You. These are books I read when I was younger, which helped me along to navigate through this great mission that we're on. You see, so I always thought it was interesting that she pronounced that Leo. You see, it's Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu, who wrote the Tao Te Ching, the great Taoist sage. And she really loved the teachings of the Tao Te Ching. Same with Walter Russell. See, they were universalists. They were practicing universal, although they were Christian teaching. They taught from a Christian perspective, but they were great physicists too. You see, Dr. Walter Russell taught about the secret of light. You see, the light, the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. You say, and it was in this knowledge that he transmitted through cosmic consciousness to our people of this truth, the truth of the knowledge of light. You see, he was a great philosopher, scientist, artist, creative being, creative genius. And he completed the Mendeleev chart of elements, and he taught all about radiation and gravity, magnetism, and how everything expands as a sphere and contracts as a square. You see, this is part of the knowledge of the physics of physical reality, but he also taught about non-physical realm, the metaphysical, we might call this, that which is beyond the physical. You see, emptiness into form, form into emptiness. So real quick, I'd like to talk about this great awakening and things we're experiencing, tangible things in this realm. You see, the Earth Alliance, many call the white hats, you see, in this duality world of good versus evil, right and wrong, good and bad. You see, the black always generally symbolizes the bad guy, the white hats, and cowboys in India, the cowboys, the black hat was the bad guy, the white hat, the good guy, that kind of thing. Black magic bad, white magic good. It's just a point of reference. So the white hats or the Earth Alliance, the people that love humanity, people that are here to help humanity, they created a system, this quantum system. You see, the hearts of every living being are being weighed right now. What is your intent? See, through this great shift, we need to know who are the benevolent ones. So they created a system, and they named part of the system ripple. See, there's a ripple going through the universe right now, this ripple of pure consciousness, this ripple on still water. You see, it was named after that song, Ripple by the Grateful Dead. If you haven't heard it, check it out. You see, it brought me back when I heard this ripple. It activated something, it triggered something in my mind, because when I was a young man, one of my greatest brothers, my best buddy, Jim Pavlicek, he's down in Mesa, Arizona right now, anchoring in code the Mesas, that beautiful portal, Mesa, Arizona. But when we were young, teenagers, him and I would walk all over Cleveland, and we would go to what they call the Emerald Necklace. You see, that's this beautiful emerald necklace that surrounds the whole city of Cleveland. They call them metro parks, and there's a valley. You see, it starts on one end in the west, what's called Rocky River, the mouth of the river, Rocky River, into Lake Erie, and it flows down south to Hinckley. There's a beautiful lake, Hinckley Lake, and up around the city, and up into north and south Chagrin and the Chagrin Falls. So it wraps around the whole city, this emerald necklace, miles and miles and miles. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours. Many of these photographs you see at the beginning of my video were in this emerald necklace. You see, that's how I found every portal I could find to open, to get to my sacred condor, to fulfill this mission. And Gaia was with me every step of the way, the Great Spirit with me, bringing me great beauty over these years that I share with you daily. You see, we're here to bring beauty into this world. You see, time equals art now. Our art, we live our art. Our life is our art. So we would listen, we would take they call a boom box, the cassettes. We had these cassettes. My grandmother would call them cassette sets. It's like, you don't have to add the set to it, but whatever. We had, we loved the Grateful Dead, we'd party it up, and have a good time and jam out to the Dead, the Grateful Dead. I don't listen to them anymore, but when I was young, their music resonated with me. I was trying to find peace in this chaos of Cleveland. I was raised in great violence and great trauma, so it gave me a few moments of peace. But we loved that tune, Ripple, ripple in still water, and it's like the ripple, you have the still water, and then that ripple, you drop a stone or the wind blows, and this ripple pattern flows out through this field of the waters, And so this quantum system that will be used to weigh, its higher dimensional technologies, which I could talk vastly on, but I'm limited on time. You see, the one Sifu I trained with, the Gold Dragon, is a master of physics. And his wife, Deanna, her father is one of the top physicists at Lockheed Martin. Now, I know they do many nefarious things, but there's also good that comes out of these technologies. And I met years ago on Freedom Mountain in Boone, North Carolina, in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I went to Freedom Mountain is where the Maharishis and his people lived for many years. You see, I befriended one of his main disciples, David Kaplan. He's a very wealthy Jewish man. His family owned one of the biggest book distributors in the world, and he bought this mountain for the Maharishi and all his disciples, hundreds of disciples, and he put something like $70 million into this mountain. He built a beautiful, huge temple at the top and 2 huge hotels with like 800 rooms for his disciples to live, and multiple homes for the Maharishi. And then many years later, they had a falling out, and he ended up selling it. But before he did, he was going to create a sustainable community. So I went there. There was a big event, and I went there to meet him and look into this opportunity, which never came to fruition. But I met him, and his best friend was one of the head engineers for, I believe, Rolls-Royce. And he worked in Area 51. And he told us, that the ship that crashed in Roswell was at Area 51. He worked on this ship. And he said that the metal was not from this world. They couldn't even scratch the surface with diamond tip bits and whatnot, but they were able to eventually get in, and they reverse engineered. He said there's a lot of technologies. You had this big boom in technology. This is where we got the microchip, Kevlar. This is where through the, the looking glass technologies, many technologies came from, you see, Chief Golden Light Eagle taught us, he's the keeper, the chief, Lakota Sioux, he passed away a couple of years ago, our good friend, beloved Broth, Golden Light Eagle taught, he was the keeper of the knowledge of the star nations. And he taught us, 13 ships crashed that year for several different reasons. And they were taken to different places. But, I also had a friend that was in the military in White Sands, New Mexico, the year of the crash. And he told me, he's like 80 years old now. He said they briefed him on that it was some kind of UFO that crashed. And he said no one cared. It wasn't a big deal until they turned it into a conspiracy. And, it's a hot air balloon or whatever, weather balloon or whatever nonsense they come up with to create another swerve, to keep people in the dark, to keep people ignorant, So that's just part of, this, what's going on, all this information that's coming out now of, we're not alone in this universe, as all of you know at this point, but we're transitioning through this quarantine that has been lifted. It's still going to take some time for this true first contact. Obviously, first contact has been made many times, over the years, for hundreds of years. You see many shamans. The Gold Dragon Master I trained with, he's been on ships many times, and one of his main initiates, Gold Dragon Khan from Japan. He works with the Andromedans, and I teach an Andromedan art. I've connected with all these nations. I've never, full disclosure, I've never physically in my 3D body been on ships, but I've been on many ships etherically, with my astral body or my quantum body or energy body, whatever you want to call your non-physical, your soul, spirit, whatever name you want to give to your non-physical aspect of your infinite multidimensional self. Some might call it a monad. It's irrelevant. We don't get caught up in concepts. We're here to transcend all concepts, but we use concepts to point to the truth, to point to the knowledge, to guide ourselves and our people. Our students and initiates of our lineages. So this energy, there's a gentleman on X, Elon Musk's social media. His name's Dave XRP Lion, messenger of God. He put out a white paper about these quantum technologies a couple days ago. You can look them up on there, because the XRP many of you are hearing about is going to be part of the quantum financial system. You see, there's many different aspects. Of course, there's the healing systems, these med beds and whatnot, these advanced technologies that have been kept from humanity, to keep us, from being free, from being free health, free life, to live for free. And there's going to be a transition period, this jubilee, many call it debt jubilee. Dr. Kia Pruitt talks about it on her channels and interviews. Dave's been on her channel. and her interviewed who he's working with the Earth Alliance and many in these technologies, many of our people. One of my old council of 12, he was in Q, which is high level military intelligence, but he was working with many advanced technologies. And I've spoken with M and Miss M that are working with the Earth Alliance on the Saint Germain Trust. This is to free humanity from debt. So many things are happening behind the scenes. So I know there's a lot of misinformation online. So just use your own discernment to guide through. But many of our people, are humanitarians who see this technology as to discern who has the right heart, who's a true humanitarian. They don't want to give out all this funding to people that are just going to go and blow it on drugs and prostitutes and whatever, what that lower density did in the past. That lottery man said, yeah, of course you need the finances to help your family, help your people, to build your kin's domains. My sacred condor, when our divine dispensations come in, she's going to do a live concert for all of you in celebration. So some of you have heard her beautiful music. She's one of the greatest singer-songwriters, in my opinion. And then we can have my brother John, who's back in Cleveland, in Lakewood, come out here, and who's also one of the greatest musicians that I've ever known. We've had many, 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 many friends that are amazing musicians. One of my closest brothers of the light, Jonel Mandresh, Bojanek from the Sacred Portal over by Transylvania in Romania, who's here, who was my guitar teacher for many years, but we were friends for many, many years. My brother was in a band with him for many years. He's a virtuoso guitarist, so we're going to bring people together, to create beautiful music. My Sacred Condor will put out an amazing album. She has many songs. We just don't have time, or the finances to fund the project. But that's going to be one of the many things that we bring. We want newer schools. We want to create sanctuaries. My Sacred Condor and I are going to create the most beautiful sanctuary this world has ever seen, at one in harmony with nature, with Gaia, with Mother Earth. I create food forests and permacultures. I want you to see this vision of communities living in harmony, families thriving. We're transitioning from survival to thrival, from surviving to thriving, I think I just made that word up, thrival, whatever. Words are malleable. Yeah, check the time. This camera only records for 30 minutes. So I got to wrap this up here soon so I can edit this and get this out to you today. So just know, all these tools of manipulation are dissolving, dissipating. The truth is coming out, and the truth has wings. The truth is going viral. You see over the time, these lies, you see the problem. For many years, many hundreds of years in religions is the dogma, the propaganda. You are lied to keep you under control, to keep you limited. So you're an unlimited multidimensional being. Once you tap into the genius within, into your true self, you see the ancients, the Gnostics with gnosis, mean knowledge, that wrote these Bibles, that wrote these sacred texts, the gnosis within the Old Testament, the New Testament. There was gematria within it. There was mythology within it, great beauty. The problem was when people started taking it literally, then it was used as a tool of manipulation. You see, myths are created. See, that's why Joseph Campbell, he wrote the books and the documentaries, The Power of Myth, because there's a great power to these mythos. The myths are not to speak to conscious mind, they're to speak to your psyche, to your subconscious, inner conscious mind, your super consciousness, to trigger you, to activate you, to be that hero, to be that good person, to be a kind, loving, wise human being, a true human being living from your heart, of the hue, the rainbow, the tribes of every nation, of every color, come together in unity. You see, we're lied to about that. Different races. There's one race, the human race. We're lied to that there's, different gods. Your God's better than mine. My God's better than your God. All this nonsense that's been perpetrated against man, to keep us divided, to keep us in division. You see, that's that lower frequency that is dissolving, that's dissipating. The dogmas. I never cared for those dogmatic teachings. That's what brought me to the Zen masters. They wipe out all dogma and they give you that direct experience to source. You see, that's why I taught many, many years as sacred art, Taoist art, divine feminine, Kunlun. See, Kunlun is to release all negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, and to open the pathway for your direct experience to source. We call in Zen Buddhism, Japanese, Satori. Satori is the divine union within, the union of your conscious mind with the non-physical or the super consciousness, the unity consciousness, cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness, all different words pointing to the same truth. So I'm going to take a few minutes to wrap this up. Part of this transmission was to pay it forward to help all of you. Those that are meant to know, those are meant for the information in this it's going to help project you into the timeline that you need for this final mission. You see, many people over the year, many of our light workers, and we're very grateful for all of you. And we're watching every aspect of this great awakening and this great shift as humanity is being freed from these slavery systems. You see, everything we do is for the children. We are here to protect our children of the world. We're here to keep the children safe. We're here to feed, to clothe, to keep these children in a safe environment. You see, this is part of our mission. We're going to create beautiful places, beautiful centers, teachings, newer schools. We're going to feed the world, bring clean, fresh water to the world, H2O, through many technologies, through distillation, through filtration systems. As Mother Earth heals, as she goes crystalline, we rise with her. So this is all part of this transition phase. This, as we're getting out of this chaotic node, we're transitioning out of the chaotic node in between the ages, the Kali Yuga into the Satya Yuga, the new golden age. So you're going to hear this reference obviously over and over, to help anchor it in. We have to keep these concepts going, flowing, for our people, for this knowledge to get to as many of our people, our 144,000 anchors. You see, many call the chosen ones. This is just the first wave of awakening that are anchoring in the highest love, the highest light, the highest truth into this realm, into this quantum field. You see, this field of Mother Earth is conscious, it is aware, it is living, it is life itself, it is the breath of life. So we're here to anchor in the knowledge, anchor in the truth, anchor in the love, to accelerate the shift, to help culminate. This is the grand culmination, the convergence of energies, the convergence in this convoluted universe. We're bringing all into the harmony of the music of the spheres. So thank you all for joining me today. Have a most beautiful, blessed 12/12 awakening portal here today, and every day is a day of great awakening. Every day is a day to practice your art. Every day is a day to live your passion, live your life. Ask the Great Spirit, tell the Great Spirit, if I have one day to live, make it the best day ever. If I have 1 year to live, this life on this planet, in this realm, make it the best year of my life, the best 4 years, 10 years, however many. Each moment, inch, time, foot, gem. Each moment is worth more than a priceless gem, because each moment is a moment to practice. Each moment is a day to live your art, to live your life to the highest potential. So live in this moment, for this is eternity. This moment is eternity, and know this. Just live from your heart, being connected to all things as a real human being of infinite light, infinite life. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And you can use the Nembutsu as your sacred mantra with your mala beads. If you get yourself a mala, you can use the Namo Amida Butsu. For this, I take refuge in the Buddha of infinite light and infinite life. So the eagle and the condor send you so much love, blessings, and bliss in the light. I got to show you an image here of our beautiful kitties, and then I'm going to play this guided meditation from my sacred condor. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for coming here today and for all that you do for us and our mission, our starseed earth angelics of the 144. A'ho. Greetings, friends. Before we continue, you have to see how cute these little angels are. Our little girls here. This little angel. Using Mama's package as a little pillow. Then we got Beans over here. Little Moxie, she's cleaning herself. She's being very cute. Sitting on our tapestry. She thinks it's hers. We got Puff here. She's a little cutie Puff. Look at this little angel. She's the cutest that ever lived. Oh, look at this Puffy. Puffy, you're too cute. Look at how cute she is. Look at this cute Puffy. Look at you. Oh gosh. Is that your little pillow? Is that your little pillow, Puff? Isn't she the cutest? Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh yes, Puffy. Oh gosh, is that a nice, soft plastic pillow? These girls are something else. These girls are really something else. Oh gosh, she's reaching out to her. Oh, they're gonna touch paws, aren't they? Oh, how cute are they? Get your sister. You just can't resist, can you, Puff? Little Coco here. She's the cutest Coco. Oh gosh. Are you sleeping on Mama's package here, little Puffy? Oh, gorgeous. So cute. Look at that face. Look at that kitty face. And then look at Beans over here. Sleeping on Mama's tapestry. Sleeping on Mama's. She's so cute. She's the cutest baby girl that ever walked on this earth. She's my baby. She is my baby Puff. She is my baby Puff.
Guided meditation for the 1212 sacred portal and the new earth. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you can sit or lie down without distractions. Allow yourself to fully embrace this sacred time, connecting with the energies of the 1212 portal, a gateway to higher consciousness and the new earth. Take a deep breath in and exhale softly. As you settle in, close your eyes and let my voice guide you. Feel your body grounding into the earth. Imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet into the heart of Gaia, the living, breathing essence of our planet. With each inhale, feel her nurturing energy rise to meet you. With each exhale, release any tension, doubt, or fear. Visualize a golden light surrounding you, a protective, radiant sphere of unconditional love. This is your sacred cocoon. Attuned to the higher frequencies of the 1212 portal. Now imagine a brilliant, shimmering doorway before you, glowing with pure white and golden light. This is the 1212 portal, a sacred gateway to higher dimensions, unity consciousness, and the new earth. Take a step forward, and as you move through the portal, feel the energy shift around you. You are now standing in a realm of infinite possibility. The air sparkles with divine light, and you feel lighter, freer, and deeply connected to the universe. In this sacred space, visualize the new earth, a world of harmony, love, and unity. See the vibrant landscapes, lush forests, crystal clear waters, and skies painted with hues of serenity. Feel the collective energy of humanity living in alignment with peace, compassion, and joy. Take a moment to tune into this frequency. What does the new earth feel like to you? What energies do you wish to bring forward into this reality? Now place your hands over your heart and repeat silently or aloud, I am a vessel of light. I align with the frequency of the new earth. Through love, unity, and grace, I co-create a world of harmony and abundance for all beings. Feel this affirmation radiate from your heart, filling your entire being with warmth and purpose. A Above your head, visualize a bright spinning star, the light of your highest self. With each breath, this star descends closer to your crown, merging with your energy. It floods you with codes of activation, awakening your soul's highest potential. Now send this light down through your body, through your roots, and into the earth. See it spreading across the planet, connecting with others who are holding the vision of the new earth. Together, you create a vast, interconnected web of light. Now take a deep breath in, drawing all the divine energy of this experience into your heart. Feel it anchoring deeply within you, accessible anytime you need it. As the portal begins to fade, know that its energy is not gone. It is now a part of you, and you carry it wherever you go. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Before you move on with your day, you may say the following affirmation. I am aligned with my highest path. I am a beacon of love, light, and transformation. I step forward into the new earth with clarity and purpose. May this meditation guide you into the magic of the 1212 portal and help you anchor the new earth within and around you. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's New Earth transmission. We hope you have a most beautiful and blessed week ahead. We love you all. Namaste.